This is being edited as we go, so to speak. And this is something I just found. Now, I didn't come up with this. Somebody sent this to me, and I will identify that individual later. But I have a letter, a transcript, a copy of a letter that was written some time ago. It goes something like this. Dear Mr. White, I've long been an avid SF reader, but have only recently been initiated to the wonders of magazines such as yours. Because I am so new to this medium of science fiction, I am unfamiliar with some of the terminology. I think they know. What confuses me most is this concept of fandom. Exactly what is it? What distinguishes a fan from a professional, and a neo-fan from an ordinary fan? Also, what is a fanzine? Several people have asked me that this weekend. What is the difference between a fanzine and a professional SF magazine? Something else I don't quite understand are the SF conventions. Why are they held, and what happens at them? Who generally attends these conventions? Now, I realize you're a very busy man, Mr. White, so you needn't answer this letter personally. Just turn it over to anyone else who can answer my questions. Thank you very much. Sincerely. Leia Zeldas, amazing, June 1973. You want to answer this now personally, Ted?
Well, you always knew I'd answer it eventually, didn't you? Actually, I'd forgotten that one. I remember the letter I published after you went to Torcon and had a miserable time. Obviously, I don't have to answer those questions. You found out, as inevitably everyone does. It's truly strange and kind of time-binding to be a fan, stand here, look at a room full of fellow fans, and realize that several of them were people who got some sort of nudge into fandom through letters I published in Amazing or Fantastic, 10, 15 years ago. Gosh, I remember when I was writing my first letters to prozines in the 50s, and it's the same thing, and it's really too bad that prozines today don't seem to be doing this anymore. They don't seem to realize that each of us has an obligation to kind of pass it along and keep it going. And Bill hit me with this only an hour or so ago, and I don't have anything really witty or clever to say. Really, it's weird to me, as it probably is to Leah, that years later people will dredge this stuff up, throw it at you, and that's fandom.
Only 20 minutes, huh, Leia?